Yeah, good evening all. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Wednesday the 13th of November 2019. This is just my weekly analysis video where I run over all the pairs that I'm trading on the high probability method on the daily charts, and also just have a quick look at the Facebook group and spreadsheet, and we'll probably have a quick look at the news also. So welcome to all the new members that have joined on the Facebook group, Telegram group, or the subscribe to the YouTube channel, etc. It's always appreciated, and thanks to those guys and girls that have stuck around for a while now. It's not the most exciting subject, I know, but it's one dear to my heart, so let's get into it and have a look. First, we'll have a look at the JAGfx Facebook group. It's a private group. Anyone's more than welcome to join. It's just a matter of applying and you get in. There's no trick questions or anything like that. No upsells, anything like that. If you do join, just make sure you come down and read Christina's top announcement, the top pinned announcement post. It just tells you where everything is in here. Gives you a bit of information. You can also sneak across to the files on the left here. This is a laptop, so I don't know where it is on a mobile device. If you click on that, it will take you to various resources. So you've got all my Telegram links, scripts, custom indicators. These are other the ones that come with the book. What else we got? Recommendations, links to some other videos, trade screenshots, which I post every day just about. So they've got go to a shared folder where you can access them from a couple of years ago. JAGfx trade results, FAQs, multiple trade spreadsheet, etc. So it's all there. Just a matter of going in and have a dig around, have a look around. Now let's have a look at the spreadsheet while we're here. So with my trading that I call in the Facebook group and Telegram group, I keep a spreadsheet, shared spreadsheet, which is, as you can see, there's a few people on it at the moment. Has the results of the HP, which is high probability, and mod MACD combined. So we've been trading this method basically since the 26th of June 2019. If you look at the spreadsheet, you'll see we're up to about 405 trades at the moment. And you'll look on here, if you see this blue line, aqua blue, means the trade's complete and it's finished in profit. As you can see here, profit loss in dollars and the swap. And if you see it, this ugly red color, it means it's been a loss. As you can see these two here. If you see this not so ugly green color, basically means it's finished close to break even, or close enough for my liking and eye. And if you see the yellow, it means it's been a partial close, and I'm looking for a further close. So that's what the profit to date, and there's partial close in there. So you can see it all there. So that's the shared spreadsheet. You can go, just as I said, it's shared, so you can have a look at it yourself. No dramas. It should hopefully match up with all the trades I call in the Facebook group and Telegram group. If we just slip across to here, I'm just sort of keeping tabs. This is not really necessary, but I'll just do it. Don't worry about the green. That was just something I was looking at. So this is the overall results page, each pair I'm trading. So you can see there's 30 pairs. That includes gold and silver, which gold's given me some grief, as you can see. Just the pips, don't get too hooked up on the pips. They're not that important. It's more the dollars. So I've got a couple of pairs that give me a little bit of grief, as you can see. A lot of the pound pairs. This is a pip, overall pips based on all these total. I'm not sure how accurate it is. It'll be pretty close, but yeah, it might be. If someone did all the maths there, they might find a little bit out. And there's the profit to date. So that's all based on a 0.02 lot. The pips, so it's not bad profit considering that we've only been trading a few months. It's only small trade size, so don't get too worried about it, because there is some pairs, like look at this pound USD, 7,394 pips, so it's half of the pips basically, and the big money's 2,000. But I'm in probably a little bit of world of pain with this. I'll show you why on the charts, so don't get too hooked up on the number of pips. All right, now let's have a quick look at the news while we're here. This is the Forex factory. It's in my local time, which is Hanoi, Vietnam. I live in Da Nang, as a lot of you know. So it's currently Wednesday, which is this. My next news is Fed Chair Powell testifies. So it's 11 p.m. High impact. I only have high impact, medium impact. That's really what I want to look at. So tomorrow's Thursday, so when I get up, I'll have a quick look at the charts around 6 a.m. Then it looks like an hour and a half later, employment numbers coming out of Aussie. Then you get German GDP later in the day, then the UK retail sales, then out of the US PPI, and Fed Chair Powell testifies again. He's a busy man. Then on Friday, what do we got? High impact. The Bank of Canada's Governor Polos, I think it is, speaks. Talking head. Retail sales out of the US. And that's a bit for Friday. So that's the news. I just keep an eye on that. It's not too big a deal on the daily charts, as it sort of gets absorbed a fair bit. It's just that if you're trading, say, maybe even 4 hour, you'd want to know about like there's Aussie numbers and stuff like that. 4 hour and below. Daily charts, don't get too stressed about it. Just be aware of it and may consider like adjusting stops or tightening up trades, etc. But it's not such a big deal. It's only the big extreme news like, say, US presidential elections or Brexit news or something like that that gets a daily chartist a little bit concerned. So let's go up to the charts, hopefully, and here we go. So here's my profile. This is for all the trades I paired. It's in alphabetical order. If you see that it's extended like these ones, it means there's trades open. If you see it closed in like that, it means there's no trades on. So let's go through them and see how we're going today. We'll start with a pound yen as we normally do. And I've tested all this before I get on the video and it worked like a charm, and now it's running like a dog. Usual story. Here we go. Now, just quickly run through the charts. If you see green trend lines like this, means bullish, normally bullish divergence. If you see red trends like this, normally means bearish divergence. If you see blue vertical line and intersect with a blue horizontal line, that's a buy, and the point of entry is at that intersection there. So on the red for a sell, you can see the red there and the red vertical line, red horizontal line. You can pause this video, slow down this video, or even speed it up if you can understand me all right. And you can read my notes on the chart here. I try to keep these in some chronological order. So you see HP buy, that'll be this one here. Nil stop as yet, high risk trading as trend. You can read all my notes. Then you can see 15th of October, close 001 and stop set at 18th of October, move to stop, 23rd of October, move to stop. The stop is signified by these red dotted lines. So we bought here, I've sold somewhere, now my stop's up here. I've also then taken a sell, and you can read my notes there, nil stop as yet, so the sell hasn't got a stop, and at the moment it's right on the point of entry just about. You'll look down further, you'll see notes possibly about the divergences there. So we've got hidden bullish divergence, that one, the green one, and we've got regular bearish divergence, so this one here. So remember, on a chart, when you look at divergences, you're looking from left to right. You see these yellow dashed line, that's an overall break even normally. So overall break even on this is right up here, which is great. And if it's minus 0.01, that's my overall net position. So I'm long 0.01, I'm short 0.02. So I'm net short 0.01. So as long as current price is below that overall break-even level when I'm a negative, that's a good thing. So this is a good one. Look on the right here. You see a grey dotted line like this, normally signifies that something's happened that's got my attention. In this case, obviously the MACD is through the zero level, and there's a new blue dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level. There's no QMP green dot that confirm that, but it's just like a heads up. So that's an idea. Let's have a look. We'll move on and we'll go through them. So that's the pound yen. We'll go to the USD CAD. You are kidding me. Right, the CAD. There's no trade on at the moment. Look, you can probably get rid of that line because that's no longer relevant, that grey vertical line. I've drawn red bearish trend lines in. Now, I do this all the time. There's no confirmation as yet as that all I do is draw these lines in, so I'm getting ready every day. I might have to readjust these, and I won't take a trade until it's confirmed. But at the moment, I just get my chart ready and getting ready to act. So that's all it is. It's just a preempting. So it's a USD CAD, no trades on there. We go to Aussie CAD. Now I'm in a sell here. This was taken this morning by looks. I've got a stop in place. I put a stop. I'm just trying to do a bit more conservative. So the stop's basically above this recent high. Gives myself a, I'm having jammed the stop up too tight. It's above the 240 LMA. It's above this previous high. Gives me a bit of breathing room. The MACD Platinum's a long way above the zero level, and we're a couple of pips in the good at the moment. So we're going to sell on the Oz CAD. Got the Euro New Zealand. Now this is one that I'm not on the right side. You can read my notes here. I took a sell, took a buy, took another sell, took another buy. I got some pips in the bank on this, but that New Zealand news yesterday, the interest rate news, the one where the experts predicted that there would be a rate cut and there wasn't, it flogged the New Zealand dollar a bit. Hence, well, it didn't flog it. It gave the New Zealand dollar some strength. Hence, the Euro New Zealand dollar went down. So you can see my overall break even is up here, and it's positive, and price is well below it. So the MACD Platinum sort of staying below the zero level. I'll still be looking to buy. Eventually, this will come up. I might just have to. What'll happen probably, more than likely to happen. Eventually, I'll get a buy signal. Don't know when, but that's what I'll be looking for. Hopefully it'll be below these two red lines, so below these two sell trades. I can look at closing those two sell trades and taking a third buy and try and working my way up. So just if I close those two sell trades, say for example, if I close them now, I'd have some profit, so I'd add to the pips in the bank. I'd take another buy trade. If obviously a buy signal presented, then I'd trade it to the upside. In the moment, I'm in the poo. It's not looking good, and I sort of had a feeling with this big. If you see a blue line like this, it normally just signifies I'm looking at something. In this case, it's a big resistance level. See price come up, went down, come up, went down, come up, went down, come up, went down. So it's a pretty strong level there, and it's proven to be stronger than I thought. So, but we'll get out of it eventually. So let's move over to CAD Swiss. This one's actually going my favour. I've got a lot of trades going. It's a messy chart, I know. I've sort of got myself in the poo. Now I'm trying to work my way out of it. It's heading in the right direction. My overall break-even's down here. At least it's heading that way. It's on the wrong side of it at the moment, obviously. You can read my notes. I've got a few trades on. Again, a grey line signifying there's a blue dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. Remember with the MACD Platinum, if it is below the zero level, I'm looking to buy. If it's above the zero, I'm looking to sell. Like I always say, and have a look at this this pair. Now my computer's jammed up. It's got a mind of its own. Yeah, I've just zoomed out on this chart, and you can see that big high. This is a CAD Swiss. You can see that level there. It's bounced off that again. It's a pretty tight moving sort of pair, so I don't get too concerned about trading out of it, or it's not one I get too concerned about if I have too many trades. So I can tend to trade myself out of it. So at the moment we're just trying to do that. So let's move along. New Zealand CAD, another one I think I'm in the poo with. Yes, I got a bit tricky a couple of days ago, and you can read all my notes. I'm in lots of trades. This is a pair, again, it's a pretty slow moving pair, and I can generally trade my way out of it. The news wasn't kind to me though. I think my overall break even is, this computer's jet. Before I do these videos, I run through my platform, have a look at all my trades, make sure everything's working. The platform is running beautifully. As soon as I press the record button, it must be too much for the old laptop sometimes. So here's my overall break even down here. And I'm negative, so I'm on the wrong side of it. It's something I'll work my way out of. The MACD Platinum's been above the zero level for a while, looking to reverse, but at this stage looking very, very ugly on the New Zealand CAD. So we'll move along to the AUD Japanese yen. Now here's a good little example. Took a sell here. Price went against me, but it maintained that red dot, a divergence. You can see the bearish divergence there. So I drew this trend line across the lows here, broke the trend line. I took a second sell trade. So I've taken a second sell trade, slightly bigger, and it's gone down nicely. And there's my overall break-even level. So price is below it, and you see I'm negative, so it's good. So at the moment, and see the MACD Platinum's getting close to the zero level. I'll just watch this tomorrow morning, and I might say, for example, close out the original sell, might get close to break even, then I'll close, say, 0.04 of the second sell, then put a stop in place above there. So it locks it in. So you just get a little bit creative for your trade management. So that's going all right. That's the Aussie yen. So I've taken a second trade on a break of a trend line as the sell signal is still valid. So it's just, I don't mind trading this pair, the Aussie yen. It's not a bad pair at all to trade. Euro CAD, if it ever comes up, we'll have a look at that. Nothing doing. Again, you can see my grey line, trend lines are in place, getting ready for a possible trade. It's been a bit ugly. Look at this. This is daily chart, so nothing to get too excited about. New Zealand USD. Now, I was a bit lucky on this. I closed a sequence of trades that were in here this morning, I think. Took my prop, was it this morning? Yeah, took a small profit. I just wanted to clear it before the news, so, which worked out well because it popped up again. But I'm still in two old sell trades, one from back here. Both of them got the same stop, which is this red dotted line. You can read my notes. And there's the overall break even. At the moment, price is below it, which is good. And so it's I'm minus 0.02 down. So it's looking all right. So I'm in two sells, older sells, and the latest sell buy sell sequence was closed this morning for a small profit. Aussie Swiss franc, maybe. And a sell from last week. Went against me initially, and it popped back down again. I could have sort of got cute and drawn a trend line, then took a second trade on the break of the trend line, but that would have been close to my original entry anyway, so I just let it go. The MACD Platinums get close to the zero level. Again, tomorrow I may look at closing half that out, putting a stop in place, and hopefully it'll keep on running down. But it's looking all right at the moment. Aussie Swiss. Euro Swiss. Don't know why I didn't take that sell trade. It must, or did I and closed it already? I might have closed it already. Not sure. It's definitely, it might have been because the MACD was too close to the zero level when the entry was given, something along those lines. So not in a trade at the moment. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. What am I in here? I'm in a buy from back here, closed half, took another sell. Hang on, what have I got here? And I've got a stop in place. Overall break even's all the way up here, which is good because I'm minus 0.01. I did draw a trend line here and it sort of broke it, but it didn't convincingly. By the time it popped down, it broke it. Never really broke it. Broke it here just, and it wasn't sort of convincing. Then I waited for another count, and by the time it did have a good break, it was already in the original entry level. Yeah, so it's a bit of a sideways action. That's a Swiss franc yen, but we're looking good. Got a few pips to make up on it. Euro yen in a buy back here. I've already closed half. Took a sell here, and I might look at closing. I've got a stop in place. I might look at closing half of this sell tomorrow. MACD's Platinum's through the zero level well and truly. There's the stop levels for both trades. There's the overall break even up there. We're negative, price is well below it, so it's all good. Looking good on the Euro yen. Moving right along, hopefully. USD, Japanese yen. No trades happening at the moment. Again, it's all a bit ugly and a bit tight. I did get a buy signal in here. Just the MACD Platinum is right there. It's just MAs are getting tight. It's all getting a bit messy in there. So MACD Platinum still around the zero level. It's just getting a bit ugly. So even if I got a sell signal, say tomorrow, highly unlikely I'm going to take it. Just wait. There's plenty of other pairs to look at. Euro USD in a sell back here, went against me initially, then bang, down it went. So it was good. Even if I had a stop in place, I wouldn't have been stopped out. Come back to the 240 LMA basically and just went down. I've closed half as we went through the 0 level in the MACD Platinum, and I've got a stop in place just below the entry level. So overall break-ins at the point of entry. And we've done a few pips on the euro, surprisingly, because I normally bitch about it not being one of my favourite trades. Now here's a good trade. That's what I like. This makes up for a couple of those ugly other ones that I'm in trouble with. Aussie New Zealand. I sort of pivoted on this. And I was initially on the buy side, and it never... So you see my buy, the hedge sell, and a buy, second buy, popped up, then it rolled back down, and I didn't have a chance to get out of break even on that. Now it's got to this support resistance level up here, the blue line, and I've closed out one of my... I must have been in a buy hedge or something like that. And I've closed out on the trades, and I took another sell because I thought once it bounced off that, I'm going to reverse this. You can see trade sequence pivoted, which means reverse basically to the sell side. So my bias changed from bullish to bearish. So I closed a trade, a small trade, and I took another big sell or a bigger sell. So that's that third sell. And as I said, it could have been a standalone trade as that big resistance level. So that's a good double top or resistance level, whatever you want to call it. So the overall break even is this yellow dotted line up, dash line up here, minus 0.10. So bang, look at that. On the news, heading down. So I'll just keep an eye on it tomorrow and see. I'll give it one more candle, and I may look at getting rid of some of these trades. Got a few trades on. There's good profit there. But I just want to use this as a bit of a hedge against, say, for example, a New Zealand CAD, which is not going as well as it should be. It's always a trade-off. Pound Aussie. This one's giving me a bit of grief. So I took a recent buy. You can see a sell, 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 buy. Then I took another buy. With my break-even way up, somewhere up here. So if it shoots up to the moon, overall break even, sweet. If it rolls back down to the downside, which I don't think it will yet, then I will close any buy trades and look at adding to the sell side. So it's got out of hand, it's got a little bit out of control, and that's a problem when you do the hedging style of trading. You know, if I just taken that sell, had a stop in place, I would have been stopped out. Take another sell, have a stop in place. Depending on what I'm looking at the MACD Platinum, I might have got out at break even or tightened it right up to this high here or something like that. Another sell here would have probably tightened it right up when I got in there, so I would have been out of that trade. Standalone buy, shot up. It'd be a standalone. It'd make up for a couple of these losses in here. That'd be going all right. If I'd taken that sell up there, which I think I did, then if I did, I'm not sure if I did. And yeah, that would have been a worst case break even. Now I've got a standalone buy, but I didn't. So I've taken a sequence of trades. Now I've got to try and work my way out of them. So it's the pound Aussie, euro pound. This pair, if it comes up, this is doing my head in. Righto, I'm in a sell from back here. So it's going all right. I've got to stop in place. I've closed half. Look at this sideways action. That's only a month of trading. 20 days, you could say, nearly, of sideways. Meanwhile, the MACD Platinum's heading up, but it's just nothing for me. Like there's a sell signal this morning. Not going to take it. Price is not close enough to MAs for my liking. And it's just... So I'm just going to try and ride this sell down a bit further and see where we can go from there. But at the moment, that's just sideways crap. Euro Aussie, took a buy. What's today? Wednesday, would have been Monday by looks. That hasn't really taken off at all. You can see the MACD Platinum's below the 0 level. I've got a stop in place below these lows here. You can read my notes. MAs are very tight and flattening. Happy to trade in either direction. Wah, wah, wah. So overall, break even's a point of entry. I've got the one trade on. It's pretty straightforward. Aussie USD took a sell late last week, and it's gone down a little bit. MACD Platinum's getting close to zero level. I might tighten this up, take half or something. It's not a convincing trade. Price has come up to 240 LMA, but it's higher highs from previous. You can see my notes on regular bearish divergence. So I might just try and tighten this one up. It's got a stop. Yeah, point of entry for as soon as that MACD Platinum goes through the zero level. Yeah. Pound CAD, maybe. Now this is one that's given me a little bit of grief. Took a sell, took a buy, took a second sell, thinking, yeah, we didn't have far to go at all. There's my overall break even down here. But it didn't push down at all. And I thought that would have been it's all a bit tight in here on the MACD Platinum. And so it's pushed up. The good thing is the trades are all very close to each other. So it doesn't get me too concerned, even though I'm on the wrong side at the moment of the overall break even. This could be where I've drawn the divergence could be a possible, say, resistance level here. You know, you could make an argument that's come up, down, and it could come. You could say that's up, and the way the candle's looking at the moment, that might just roll down again. Just wait and see. CAD yen, yeah, I'm on the wrong side of this trade. Took a buy last week here. Then look at that big bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle. Always the case. So it's come down. I've got a stop in place where there's my entry there, so it's not good. I don't think I'm going to hedge this. I might consider it, but now, yeah, I'll probably hedge this because it's a pair that's pretty easy for me to trade. Or when I say pretty easy, it's not a fast mover or a big mover. The yen pairs can move, but this pair tends to be pretty slow, like a tortoise. I was going to say turtle, tortoise. Pretty slow, so it's not too hard to pick up. So let's move along. Right, pound Swiss franc, nothing doing at the moment. Looking to buy, but that's ugly. Look at that sideways action, a bit like the Euro GBP. I guess because it is the Swiss, which is pretty correlated with the Euro. That's just a month of crap there, sideways, going nowhere. I do continue to trade this one with the mod MACD, so I'll see what happens. It might be getting close to a push through the zero level, so I'll just wait and see. New Zealand, Swiss franc, not many trades at the moment. I did look at the sell here. There was a sell signal, but the MACD Platinum was too close to the zero level for my liking. Might have turned out to be a good thing because of that news, but it's popped up. If I did take the sell there, the stop would have been up here. It's probably above this high here. So it still wouldn't have been stopped out, but it's just not a pretty setup. I might regret that. Could keep on going. Swiss franc, US dollar. Now this is a little bit different. I've got this blue dotted line. It's just parity, 1.000. And on cue for every video, there's my local vendor going past in their motorbike selling something. This thing's a hard pair to trade at the moment. Look at this. This is downright just ugly. How just up and down a few days, every day. It's just hard work, nothing easy, down a few pips on it, but I'm determined I'm going to get some pips out of this, but not today. Pound New Zealand, another sideways type thing. I've drawn this blue line. It's a high there, then it's broken through. Now it's proven to be a level of support. So as we all know, resistance can sometimes turn to support. Now look, I'm not a huge believer in resistance levels or support levels. I do mention them a lot, but look, I think, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? They're a bit self-fulfilling. Traders know they're there, so they act on it. So now, price doesn't have any idea that there's a support or resistance level there, but traders do. That's why they work and they don't work. You can probably draw lines on any chart, make it fit something. So. But I'm just trying to give you an idea what your thinking is sometimes. You still got to look at the MAs, the trend's up, look where the MACD Platinum is. I'm looking to buy. So ideally, I like to see it in a perfect world. price come down into the MAs, then bounce up and then head back up to the upside. Yeah, but what's to say this thing just doesn't fall off a cliff? You don't know. So at the moment, I'm in no trades and I'm in two minds about it. The pound USD. Now, this is the one that's causing me a bit of grief. Remember I was telling you about all the pips on the pound. Don't get too excited because I'm in a sell, 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 and sell. So I've got no protection to the downside. I'm half a lot to the downside. Overall break-evens all the way down here. This thing's just meandering and just messing with my mind. I've got a few pips in the bank, obviously, as you can see down the bottom here. But the problem is the MACD platinum's below the zero level and looks like it's starting to turn. Ideally, I'd like to see some horrendous news. No offence to my UK friends. Just drop like off a cliff and straight through that yellow line. So I just got to play it and try and work my way out of these sell trades and use some of these pips to help alleviate any losses, etc. So that's the plan, Stan. And we go across the New Zealand yen. Took a sell all the way back here, drawing the old trend line again, looking for a second one. The opportunity didn't really arise when it was a clear break. It was on the original entry level. Then it sort of started dropping down. Then we had the news today, so it pushed up. We've got a stop in place. So not overly concerned, but the MACD platinum's through the zero level now. I've got a few pips in the bank, so it's not too bad. We'll see how we go. Now to my favourite metal, gold. Not. It's sarcasm if you didn't pick that up. I'm hedged at the moment, which is good because I've just got to reassess. I've been stuffed around. I've lost a lot of pips on this and it's not been kind to me. The good thing is, if there is a good thing, these trades are all pretty close. So I've got 3 buys and 3 sells. So for example, if I got a buy trade signal tomorrow and I had to take the buy, I'd look at closing out 1, 2 or 3 or all those sells and working up. Take the profit and sells and pounce up for the buy. But at the moment, we're close to a buy signal, but that's my thinking. I could probably draw some divergence across there by looks. Getting close, yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Not pretty, but silver's looking a little bit better. In the sell back here, I was in a sequence. I managed to clear out the sequence, got a few pips. And what have we got? Stop, sequence trades, closed, 8. So I've got 0.02 at the moment on this. It's coming down towards the 240 LMA. I thought it was starting to turn up a bit, but it's not. Looks like it's dropping again. It's just having a rest after a good pullback. And there's probably, I should be probably starting to draw trend lines in here. So this is what I normally do. So you can see lower lows on price. And I'll take this over here. And this potential, now this is only potential at this stage. If I got a green dot on the QMP filter here, obviously I'd have a blue dot below the zero level on the MACD platinum, then it would be divergence there. And I'd be looking at taking that trade to the upside. But there's not, but I draw those lines in anyway just to get ready. So that's it, guys, for the charts. Hopefully that's worked out all right because it was a bit stop-starty there. And what we'll do, no problem. So what is it, Wednesday? So yeah, just a bit of news this week. Not a great deal to get too concerned about as I went through earlier. So once again, thanks for watching the video. If you do like the videos, could you please subscribe or at least hit the like button? I know they're not the most exciting or the most professional as I always go on about. I just haven't got the time to learn to edit or pay someone to do it for me. Yeah, so thanks, guys, and enjoy the night, and we'll try and get some more trades tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers.